Yes, I am. I'm standing here, hold on to a jacket. We're going to review it. Okay, what we've got here is a Klim Induction 2.0, I guess you could say. The original version came with a hefty bag for a liner, and people weren't too fond of it, so they got rid of it and came along with this version. Basically the same jacket as from what I understand. It just deletes the inner liner, which was just like a Walmart cheapo $2 raincoat that I'm sure was made out of some really expensive material. However, if you know, I've got mesh, I don't usually have to deal with rain, so that was better for me, and it was $50 less, I think, at the time. I've had this for about a year and a half, and I figured it was time to do a long-term review. It's a great jacket. I've liked it. There's one issue that I don't care for with it, and we'll get to that in a minute. However, it's held up really well. It's basically about 70% mesh and 30% ballistic nylon. It's got some really nice features as far as highlights. This was during the time when they like to put Klim in all the special places and Ks and stuff like that. I guess they've kind of backed off on that these days. I don't know about this model, but a couple other Klim products I've purchased have deleted a lot of the Klim monikers. Anyway, it's got an outside zipper pocket with a rainproof pouch for your phone because the mesh is not waterproof. It's got a real nice collar, doesn't ride up on you. It's got like a microfiber inner liner to it so it doesn't chafe. It's got cinch up at the waist, which I actually will talk about that right now. These cinches are nice. I didn't care for them at first because they have tails on them and flap in the wind, kind of like the either the elastic or the Velcro type cinches. Those are a little bit better, but they work well and they don't undo. That's a good thing. It's roomy, but I went one size larger. Normally I'm at the upper end of extra large, so I went one size larger. So I went 2XL in this, so I can get a like a hoodie or something like that, a fleece liner underneath it. So I go from 1,100 feet to almost 8,000 feet in one ride. So having a layer I can put in and out is really good. The zippers all work really well. There's inside pockets. One of my favorite things about this whole thing that you don't get in a lot of jackets is D3O armor. This is the level 2 D3O armor, so it's in the back protector, which a lot of jackets are going to get a back protector, shoulders, and elbows. And it's comfortable. I like the D3O. Works really well. As far as movability and stuff like that, some of the multi-density foam CE armor can be a little uncomfortable. This really moves really well unless it's cold. It does not like the cold. But it's, for you unfamiliar, it stays in a rubbery state until it gets hit, and then it hardens up. Cool technology. The other thing it has is the small, this is supposed to be for some type of emergency, like little ticket, metal ticket kind of thing you send away for it. I sent away, never got it. But it would go in here. I use this for my garage door opener, and I can just press the button on my left hand, the door goes up, works perfect. I don't have to dig stick around for that. It is long enough. It's got a nice drop in the tail and the rear. There's no back pockets. There are 2 side pockets. There's a little tab here. I've never figured out what that's for. The thing I don't like about it is these cuffs. These cuffs really, it's a miss for me. They do have a tendency to just spring open. They kind of have a Commander Galaxy look to them. If they just did a typical, just a mesh type strap and Velcro, that would have been great. But the Velcro on these plastic straps is poor at best. Like I said, they have a tendency to pop open, and I really don't care for the look. But other than that, it fits well. It's a little smaller. It's not quite true to size. It does not have a Euro cut to it. It's got a straight cut to it. But it's held up well. It flows really well. With your arms up, there's mesh on the bottom when it gets caught, and it blows through. Even with a camelback on the back, you get plenty of flow through. And I ride this thing with 115 degree days, 110, 100 degree days, and it flows really well. I use it in conjunction with a cooling vest. One of those vests, you dip it in water, and man, it's maybe not like the air conditioning in your car, but it definitely does make a big difference. So I highly recommend the Klim Induction jacket. Works well for me. This is not paid. I paid for this myself out of my own pocket. I'm just doing this for your information. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share. Adios.